friends, it's just Martine, and welcome back to another Dollar Tree book haul. If you're new to my channel, I love the Dollar Tree. It's one of the most frequent places that I purchase all the books that I read. If you're ever curious where I get my books from, it's mainly from there. So I have a stack of 5 books to share with you today that I recently picked up at one of my local Dollar Trees, and I'm super excited to share them with you. The most exciting part will be at the end of the video when I share with you exactly how much I saved by purchasing my books at the Dollar Tree instead of full price. So let's hop right into it. There are 5 books to discuss today. They're in no particular order. So I'm going to tell you what the book is, what it's about, maybe what intrigued me about it, and maybe want to pick it up, the copyright date, and also the original cost, so that at the end we can add them all up and see how much I saved. The first book that I picked up in today's haul is Gimme Your Hand by Megan Abbott. This book appears to be about 2 girls who end up meeting in high school chemistry class, and both of them are really ambitious. And then I think it jumps to a future timeline in which they're competing over modern research, getting what they want. It's labeled as like a suspense thriller type book. It is written by Megan Abbott, who is a really great thriller author. She's written 9 novels, I think, before this, and I really enjoyed the tagline on the cover of this book. It says, "You don't have a self until you have a secret," which I thought was really intriguing, so I kind of wanted to see what this book about ambition was going to be like. And I like that it seems to be a thriller without the normal plot line of a thriller. Like, you know, it's not necessarily about a missing person or something. All of those make for great thrillers, but it's always interesting to pick up something else. So I also was curious to see if the flower that was on fire has anything to do with the actual book itself. So all around, it seemed very intriguing. The copyright for this book is 2018, and the original price for this hardback book that I got for $1, I'll remind you, was $27. $27 for this. That's crazy to me. The second book I picked up is When I Was Summer by J.B. Howard. And this is a really interesting book about a girl who is looking to find her birth parents, but there's a little twist on it because she's joining a rock band as they go on a small tour to 3 different gigs in an effort to try and find her birth mother. It has one trope I like of having a band in it, and it has another storyline that I appreciate, which is about adoption and birth parents and all that stuff. So I'm really interested to see where this one goes. Also, I feel like the cover is gorgeous. It's got all these fun colors on it, and then on the back it has the sound gear and this note of list of things to do, on the bottom of which is find my birth parents, which is pretty cool. And then the tagline on this one is, "What makes you who you are, family or fate?" which I think is a really great question. Also a question that I study a lot in psychology about what's from nature, what's from nurture, especially in terms of criminal intent, since I study forensic psychology. But this just looked like a fun and intriguing time, and that's why I picked it up. The copyright for this is 2019, and the original price was $17.99. The third book I picked up is Good Neighbors by Joanne Serling. And this one does have something in common with the last book that I shared with you, because it's technically about adoption. So it's about these neighbors. They live in a suburb. They're pretty typical, and it's kind of an idyllic suburb, and then this family adopts a 4-year-old, and things get kind of weird from there. I'm not sure how it's advertised, whether it's as a thriller or regular fiction. It's classified as domestic fiction, and I thought that the cover was particularly interesting. It seemed like there was a brunch going on or something, and I tend to like the dark, suburban stories, the ones that really dig into regular life and the weird and crazy things about it. So that's one of the reasons I picked this up. The copyright for this book is 2018, and it was originally $26. Boom. Crazy. It's pretty thin too. To be $26, it's, how many pages is it? Less than 300. It's 244 pages. I think this next book was one of the most exciting finds of the whole haul. It's called The Sun Does Shine, and it's by Anthony Ray Hinton. And the subtitle of this is How I Found Life and Freedom on Death Row. And so it's a memoir about this guy who's on death row, and he did work with the same lawyer who is the center of the story that Just Mercy revolves around, which I haven't had the chance to read yet, but I did see the movie adaptation of it, and that was great. But I'm looking forward to this memoir. I think life on death row is very interesting. In this particular case, it was a false accusation, and he ended up on death row for it. So it's about his time there and such. And a cool thing about this, besides the whole concept of the book really, is that this edition says that it's the Oprah's Book Club 2018 selection. So that's pretty interesting. It is weird to see markings for different book clubs, but that happens quite frequently at the Dollar Tree. It'll say like Oprah's book club or like that it's a specific Target book club edition or something like that, just because they're random like rejects from previous sales. So I was really excited about this find. This was published in 2018 and was originally $26.99 for about a 240 page book. And then last but not least, we have The Woman Trapped in the Dark by J.D. Mason. I mean, the tagline on the back is Marriage is Deadly, but the main like synopsis on the back basically implies that somebody kidnapped her away from her husband. I think it might be from his perspective, about how his past is related to having to find her. And maybe it's also dual perspective because it seems that she's also going to work on a way to free herself. The tagline in the front also says, "Till death do they part" has a whole new meaning. So that's pretty interesting. This was also published in 2018, a lot of those in this haul, and the original price was $17.99. And these are US prices, by the way. The moment you've all been waiting for, the end of this quick video where I tell you the most exciting part. When you add up the original costs of all these books, you get that their worth is $115.97. And since for 5 books at the Dollar Tree, I spent $5 plus tax, I saved about $110.97. Almost $111. That's crazy. Over $100 I saved on 5 books. That's wild. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below which of these seems most interesting to you, and subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!